Hello everyone, welcome back to Darksiders, and as you can see, we have 1010 souls. So I'm going to make a quick stop off at Volgrim's. After this cutscene where we see shadow currents, these are what let us fly further with our wings. As you can see, activate Shadow Flight in a shadow current to perform huge leaps. These actually just show it off. We get to go pretty high. But that's not really what we're going to do right now. We need that scythe. Well, we don't need the scythe. We're just going to get the scythe. The scythe is one of two optional weapons in this game. Both are fairly good in their own right, and while I prefer the other optional weapon myself, the scythe's fairly cool. And it's good for a lot of what's up ahead. Now we could be getting other abilities for our main weapon, but I like the scythe. I just do. And we're going to buy it.
Old Volgrim's got something new for you.
And this gives us all these abilities with the scythe that we can now purchase.
Samael has returned you in one piece.
Yeah, he
He
has.
must like you.
Yep. If we press tab, it would swap our weapon to the other one. If you want to get an idea of what the scythe does, it's big combos. Good for dealing with lots and lots of little creeps. Lots and lots of them, specifically. You got a big swing with this, but the scythe has a bigger swing. And it can get even better at area damage than that. So let's get on with the actual episode, with what we're supposed to be doing. We're going to jump over here. And I'm going to get some practice in with the scythe. And I'm going to get a... Okay, for this guy I should use the sword. Although some practice with the scythe wouldn't hurt. That end bit of the scythe combo can actually deal a lot of damage. Especially once you get good with the scythe and actually get some moves and some experience using it. It can become quite effective. But it's not a big priority of ours right now. Actually, give me a sec. I'm just gonna remove one plug from somewhere that's powering one thing to power another thing, and right back onto it. That's saying I can hold caps and I can see my abilities, but I don't exactly have the money for anything. And one thing of note is that we can jump down here, grab this chest, some souls. And that was a... I think that was like a Pepsi bottle that just fell over or something. Did I just skip an enemy? Nope. It's not quite as easy to gain experience with these weapons as it is with your primary sword, because you simply don't use it as much. But it can be fairly good in a lot of ways. You can't really get to that over there right now. Just, it's going to be one of those things that annoys you. It's to do with that thing up there, I believe. If I do this, I can get around over to here. Ah! And I reacted just in time for that. Now if I just get over here, we've got him through a fair bit of this cave already. Oh, and you can knock guys into the lava, that will instantly kill them. A small thing that I'm not too sure about is I think you may get more souls for killing people like that rather than with the finisher moves, more currency that is. And I think you might get more health and wrath for finishing them with the finishers. I'm not 100% sure on that, so I can't say for sure. Anyway, we're pretty close to being through this cave, I think. I know there's a few things for us to get. Wait, I'm already in the choking grounds? Huh. It's a smaller area than I thought it was. So here's another Valgrim shop. These bats, you can instant kill them very easily. And you can glide between them to instant kill them even quicker. However, that's not all too important. If we come down here, we can find an artifact. That's fairly nice. That's a soldier artifact, so it's 500 souls. In all honesty, a scythe should probably be the ultimate tool of soul capturing. Ooh, and I still got hit by that. Oh well, not that big a deal. Anyway, we gained some stuff from that, but that's not all that's really around here. This area is fairly big, and there's a fair bit to gain from exploring. And there's a lot of undead. We're basically in a graveyard, so you should have seen it coming. But if I have one thing to say about the scythe, is that it's not exactly the best at dealing with single enemies. I'm just trying to work on yeah, finish you, and finish you. Fairly simple to do stuff like that, isn't it? Or at least it looks simple. We're gonna want to actually get this marked as a Vulgrim location. Yeah, even though we don't really want to talk to him too much.
What would you ask of this humble merchant?
Next little piece of thing to note is this middle tombstone. If you come up to it, you can drag it. So that's actually fairly useful. Wait, did I get hit by something? Maybe a bat. Right. There we go. That's all dragged out. And we can go down here. And down here is another artifact. Soldier artifact. So you can make a fair bit here. So if you want to, you can also use your scythe here to clear out a fair few enemies. And these guys are fairly easy to kill. It's building us up some wrath. And I'm trying to build experience on the scythe for a reason, because to be honest, it can deal a lot of damage, and even when I hadn't fully leveled it up, I found it to be quite strong. If you take a look, you can see this orange bar on the scythe and this orange bar on the sword. They're going up, and the sword's got this marker up the top that indicates that it's leveled up. That's sort of what we're looking to get done. Scythe and its long wind-up is probably its biggest weakness. Okay. Small thing to note. I fight significantly better with the sword than I do with the scythe. Okay, that... Okay, I just did some stupid ass shit there, so that was a thing. And you all saw it happen. There I was trying to get my caps move off, and you can see how my wrath move off, I mean. You can see how poorly that went. As you could obviously see, it's not something that I'm particularly good at. And to be honest, there's two wrath moves that are really, how should I put this? Built around activation rather than like getting hit by these guys. That's low. But as we all can tell, War can just kill things by hitting them, so he's pretty good. He's pretty set on in terms of... And I thought I'd done that. But let's stick to the basic strategies. There are very basic strategies for dealing with these guys. The dash through strategy is probably the best. I also could do with learning a few new skills to make my life easier. I also could do with having the dash variant of the scythe move as well. And these guys won't last too much longer. And they're dead. So, as you can see, we're fairly proficient at this killing business. I wanted to get this exploration out of the way before we get into the actual main reason for being in this area, which we'll probably actually do. I wonder if we'll do it next episode or this episode, I don't know. There's a few guys just wandering around here and they're just nuisances, really. We could take on pretty much all of them, but if I wind up gathering a horde of enemies, that's going to be a nuisance and a half. How many do I have following me? A few too many. Volgrim, I seek safety in your store. We're going to trade in those two artifacts. That gets us up to 1,600, so we're pretty good in terms of, you know, that stuff. We could buy like a life essence or something so that we could heal ourselves, but it's not really that important right now. We could buy some more skills there.
Oh, you like that?
In particular, what do I need? I need Demon's
You
Edge.
are as
I like
wise
that.
as you are powerful.
Power Strike's good, and Flip Sword is very,
Excellent
very
choice.
good. So let's actually...
What would you ask of this humble merchant?
If I do this, I can send people flying and set them on fire. It's kind of fun. Come on. It's baseball, basically. Now if I do this, I can... Actually, let me show you that in a more productive manner. I can do stuff like that. That's part of your aerial combo. That is probably the best part of your aerial combo is that there. That. Also, if you're fighting enemies in the air, you can do this. Actually, let me get that right. Yeah, that's more like it. You can do that, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, we want to keep going this way. As you can see, there's a health thing here. And an annoying guy here who wants to die. And I want to use my scythe effectively, but I sometimes do use it really well, but most of the time I have a shit time of actually executing these moves. So oh, that went very well actually, so I'm going to grab this here so that we're at full health. Kind of going to need it slightly for what's coming up, but that'll probably be in next episode. We got a couple of cutscenes, a few other things to deal with. Some dipshit over here who wants to die. Perfect fodder for scythe experience. Which I'm always happy to obtain. I'm always happy to obtain weapon experience. I'll keep beating on this guy until I get some more weapon experience. Simply because, well, we need it. There's a couple of things around here that are worth noting, but not all too many. Like, you'd think you could get through this here, but you can't. That's not how they render things. Or you can, just there's not much point, because there's nothing here. Sadly. What there is, however, is this down here. Now you may think, oh, I want to grab onto that. You don't really. You just want to jump down and take advantage of War's incredible bulk and very sturdy bones. While killing quite a few enemies. There's a few in here, but it's not an overly abundant area for enemies. We can fairly easily kill them and get souls. But what's here is more valuable, of course. Actual deposits of souls are worth more than, you know, killing, generally. There'll be some enemies really worth killing for souls later on, but it's not a whole lot. Also, as you can see, that looks to be something we've seen before. And as usual, I am trying to be good with the scythe. Okay, everyone, come on, come on. Yeah. And we'll kill this guy fairly easily. I probably won't take much damage. Didn't actually take any damage during that fight, so that was sweet. And here we have another Wrath Shard. So we've gotten a fair bit already in this little bit that I've done. We can't go up any further, there's an obstacle blocking our path. We'll be able to deal with that some other time and go up further. But for now, let's just climb quickly to the top of this. And we have another one of these guys. And we'll meet him next time on Darksiders. My name's been Active. We've had a good time and good night or something like that anyway. Just gonna put this out here. Comment, subscribe, like if you want to. Just putting it out there. Well, see ya.